It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Liteforex social trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
Hi guys, good morning again. 9:15 p.m. 9:15 a.m. CET, 8:15 a.m. London. Piotr here, meaning that we are about to cover live PMIs in Europe. Let's start quickly with risk warning, as the PMI from Spain hit the market is better number, but let's start with risk warning. Guys, please bear in mind, trading effects on margin carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for investors who can sustain a loss of some or all initial investment. So please do not invest the money you cannot afford to lose. Seek education and experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Okay, there we go. I'm watching Euro Swiss franc. I like the consolidation lately, and taking into the consideration what we've seen during the Asian hours, some kind of the continuation here could be in place from the just purely from the intraday perspective. So let's see what might happen here. I might try to buy some dips towards 835 if seen. But as I mentioned before, it's a little bit different this time, more to focus on charts, less talk, so my microphone is gonna to be muted more often. Euro pound here is, trying to buy the pound. I would like to fade 91.70, 92. Trying to buy euro, I would rather like to see levels below 90. So probably nothing for me on the euro pound right now. Maybe post UK data. And euro dollar, we are testing very important levels. The cable is testing as well very important levels, what we discussed this morning. 21.50 here is the key for the pound, in between to the upside, as the 50 pips. With overall quite positive sentiment, if we want to see some euro rally, then probably versus Swiss franc might be the case here. in the meantime, it's not related to our meeting, but it's good to be aware of. Iran rejects EU 15 billion offer as a law to save nuclear deal. And remember, we were discussing this yesterday, that the France asked US for that 15 billion. Also watching DAX from short perspective. I've been trading short side yesterday, if you remember. We are talking about this. We're doubling the range right now. All right, I have a supply a little bit higher, 12,115, 12,150. Dollar yen, the supply is higher, but market may want to take the advantage of the plan we discussed this morning. So because the next PMI is from Italy within the next half an hour, maybe right now less, I'm going to watch carefully, because maybe I will try to hit this longs just purely based on the break, because if we are going to set up like this on this 15-minute chart, the risk reward is not gonna be great here, so some kind tiny exposure. Come on guys, wait for me. I would love to see the lower levels here, but might not be the case. And we just, okay. And from here, yeah, that might work my way. I would like to buy rather closer to 40 or half of that previous range here towards 35. Euro market is trying to reject weekly open. It's a supply, right? We discussed that yesterday, but I'm waiting for this bigger one towards 1050, because we might have, you know, some kind of the, let's say, inverted head and shoulder, or if you wish, especially that the space, the levels here are, yeah, you know, logical one. That's the low we haven't seen for very long time. So that might be inverted head and shoulders. That might be the bottom creation here for a while from the intraday perspective. But as of now, weekly open, Monday high as a supply. But I have it here not because I want to short it, because I would like to know where some counter move may occur. So looking for pullback, as I mentioned this morning, below 950. It's a bottom of the channel from the daily and Monday low. Come on, move it a little bit lower. That's not what we agreed on. Oh crap. I'm not gonna chase that price. Because target is a yellow and stop is, you know, to risk reward is crap here. That's why from intraday perspective I'm counting each pip. No, not for me this time, so we have to wait a little, but maybe euro dollar through that zone. Nice setup on the 15-minute chart for the breakout trade. Of course, it's a more risky. But just 12 pips. Just trying to hold this weekly open. We should see, based on this price action to the left, we should see retest of 50. All right, let's place, what was the high? 89. Very tiny exposure because it's a breakout trade. Let's see what we can get. I would rather try to buy levels. That's a Tokyo. So let me explain. That's Tokyo box, right? So I would rather buy these dips. I'm not sure if the dip from this morning, half an hour ago, if that wasn't what I would look for, right? Seven, 14 pips from here, 14 from 89, 14 from 89, 93, 1003. Okay. What the heck? 1003. Yeah, already in place. And the stop is going to be 1 pip below. So 81. It's good, it's good. Still not filled. Top of this channel here. Holy maloney. Alright, that's good. Not been filled here. And closer we are getting towards the next PMI, then you know. But let's switch, let's remove this euro dollar. And let's have a look what is going on pound, because we have some stop count. And here I might look to reject that that one. looking for fading that move. But my stop is going to be above Monday high, so very tiny exposure here as well. In case to be in. Ooh, we might see higher levels. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so let's try again with euro in that case. So that's this break, so the bottom here might be the crucial. This breakout here. I might even try to, yeah, they're trying to hold that one. That's what we discussed this morning. This zone here is a challenge for bulls. It's of course worth to mention that the PMI is PMI, but there are, of course, the Brexit discussion is another thing. But we have this inflationary report later on, 3:15 p.m. CT, 2:15 London. That's in relation to the cable, and in relation to the euro. Lagarde is going to be grilled today. All right, first close below. The thing is, if we are going to have something similar to what we've seen here, with break and quick recovery, not quite yet. This one looks like the stop hunt already. And this one looks like retest right now. And now it's back. Let's switch to Euro Swiss franc and Euro dollar. Have not been filled yet, so we will see. Italian. Just the reminder, Spanish was green, Chinese earlier during the Asian was green. If the Italian is good, spike, stop hunt, possible. Weak, so removing the order. With all the problems around. Yeah, I would like to see the spike towards 1060 ahead of the Lagarde's facing the questions. Jeez, a dove. So maybe we are not going to trade this head and shoulder, but still at least weekly level. The previous swing low, which has been broken. Okay, but DAX is doing what it's supposed to do. Approaching supply. They didn't let them close again higher. And you tell me that's not algo. It's only algo. Fighting for the fractals, not pips, but fractals of the pips. Who cares that Italian is weak? I removed the order, if you remember. So if the French one is good, then there is some kind of the relief rally in Hong Kong. It also could be behind the move, behind the positive sentiment. As there is a chance that the protest will end peacefully. And the cable as well. That's the good one. That's the highest close above the weekly open. Of course, it's a 1 minute chart right now. French one a little bit better, so maybe we are going to get that break finally. So let's try this tiny as discussed based on this 15-minute chart. Tiny exposure, trying to take the advantage of the breakout. We'll see. Did well with the cable yesterday, so there is there is some, sometimes you have to give back what you get from the market. But yeah, yesterday cable rally, prepared for. Of course, the disappointment, eventual disappointment from the Germany, and it's done. Looks like they're trying to fade as soon as they can the break. Cable after move back above the line, trying to continue holding this weekly open right now and trend line. .30 seconds to the German one. The service is actually should be good. Yeah, that's the point of view when you are sitting long euro. Yeah, the German was gonna be good. Again, very, very tiny exposure here, so guys, and it is better, 54.8. So we need a strong early close, that would be good as well. So guys, let's hit those stops from Monday high, and let's do this right now ahead of the early close, because then we may want to close the gap and I'm gonna be in trouble. So come on guys, push it higher. 4 minutes. Hit that Monday high. Kick some, probably some options at 110 as well. Plenty of reasons to do that. And now the euro pound may dictate, because pound is pulling back, so maybe we'll try to push euro pound higher. It's a good reason. To try to hold this one. Plenty of reasons. Come on, 3 minutes. Why I'm talking about this? Because guys, you know, in case of this type of the close, there is a possibility market will try to close that gap between the next candle and the high of the previous candle, right? And my stop is very tiny here, so might be under pressure. Come on, guys. You know, I want to see the spike. So in case we are going to finally revisit Monday high, I might work with my stops, with my stop higher. I'm not saying that immediately to the entry, but narrowing the risk. But come on, 1.5, 90 seconds. So that might be the new range, but again, I think that the zone here is much more important here on cable than what we have on the euro, because euro has a space, 21.50 and a bit higher. That's the key for the pound. In my opinion only, of course. Yeah, 50 seconds. Let's make it as a strong early close. Don't be shy. And start first 2 minutes of the new candle and hit the target, and thank you. No upper shadows, nothing like this. I don't want to see that. Upper shadow, that's, yeah. What's the final reading? 54.8, better. At least reason for spike. Dear Algo, could you do me a favor and push it towards 95.6? Just 2 pips higher. Or 3. You know, I still have in the back of my head that 950 might be tested. So, you know, that's what I am aware of. And it might be this kind of the, you know, stop hunt above Monday high. So I'm moving to +1. Because right now we are just tested. We even didn't hit some stops. So I've got another request, dear Algos. Thank you very much for pushing the price towards Monday high. Now please hit few stops above Monday high before hitting my stop profit right now. Is a not stop loss anymore, is a stop profit. So you've got plenty of liquidity above. Go there. Go there. Don't be shy. Look for that liquidity. Go, 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 go. Oh, come on. Try to maybe double that channel, right? Yeah, so they needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, around 10 minutes to make 3 pips move. And now, within one move, they already negated all that stuff. Anyway, it was just the explanation, right? In case of being out from that position, it was a breakout trade, attempt to trade the breakout, right? So the thing is that I've been my way of thinking was that we are going to hit the stops above the Monday high. We just hit the Monday high, and we have this pullback right now. The good thing is that I was able to move my stop to +1. You know. So yeah. Looks like we have to get back into the idea of the pullback towards 950. Right, so ideally we hit Monday high, as you can see. So no longer here. So the good thing is that there was a no loss with this breakout, because lately I'm not happy. I'm trading breakdowns rarely. Because the low volatility, it's not in favor of the breakdown trades lately. So okay, we know where, and of course we're trading against the supply based on this hourly chart, right? So all over to the pound right now, ahead of the ahead of the UK PMI services, and this one is a very important number. Of course, two previous was below 50, but the services is, in my opinion, is important for the UK, and it was above 51 previously. The 51 is what market expecting right now, and we have this narrow range here ahead of the number. It might be that we might hit some more stops, reject the trend line, and in case of the a little bit weaker number, we might see some kind of the pullback. Just guys, just to be perfectly clear for those who joined a second ago, I'm watching 1 minute chart because of looking for a opportunity to have the very tight distance between entry and stop, but we are testing supply from the higher time frame. We are testing supply based on the weekly, daily, and intraday charts higher than 1 minute. I'm switching to 1 minute to try to execute eventually, right? So let's have short break ahead of the UK number. Water, tea, stuff like this. And I'll be back around the UK PMI. Hi guys, welcome back for this UK PMI services. So there was a more upside on the cable. Now we have a pulling back on this 15-minute chart. Of course, doesn't look good. Upper shadow on the 30-minute chart. We can do something like this. No, let's make it different way. Let's have it on 30-minute charts. Switch back to 15. Because it might be Riley, retest of the weekly open and continuation. Yeah, I wonder what we are going to get as a number. And now I would like to see upper shadow. Oh, no upper shadow. I would like to see the close above weekly open. That would be for me confirmation that it's the only retest, but it looks like it's not. Ooh la la, stronger. To the downside, let's have a look. $50.6 versus 51. So as I mentioned, services are important, and we got weaker number. Let's have a look where we have some kind of the supply, probably around the weekly open right now, right? Guys, going back to the higher time frame, I think we might see retest of the Monday low, 2035, right? That would be the best for me from the intraday perspective entry. And we have this, let's go back to 30. I'm going to try to sell around 55.60 with stop above Monday high. Tiny exposure, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. Come on, guys, push a bit higher. Let me in. Looks like they're taking the advantage of the 15-minute chart, meaning this engulf and retest of the bottom of the previous candle immediately rejected. Let's 30-minute maybe swing high creation. Not sure if my stop is correct in case of the attempt to break a little bit higher. But then, if I'm going to see on shorter time frame a rejection at the higher levels, I can join the party. Let's make it a different way. Let's create the stop based on this combination. Sorry, not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I'm going to move my stop a little bit higher for now. I'm going to actively monitor that one. You know, still my target is 100 pips lower, so there is a 3R. There are going to be 3R probably, if not more. Right, from entry. 4R. Okay. But my entry hasn't been filled yet. The limit order hasn't been filled yet. Already been. Hi Aaron, already been. I mentioned that was weaker than what market was expecting. There you go. So looks like market prefer to trade this 15-minute engulf instead of the swing high on this 30-minute chart. At least for now. Don't forget that we have the still ongoing discussion in regards to the Brexit and the Boris Johnson's comments, and that's the one thing. The second thing, we have the inflationary report coming at 2:15 p.m. London, 3:15 p.m. CET. So we might see some action to the downside again. From the long side perspective, at least for now, I don't know where we are going to stop, right? But at least for now, Monday low, this latest weakness here on the hourly chart. This latest weakness on the hourly chart, that's what I'm looking for eventually from the long perspective. There might be some bounces around, and yeah, this breakout here, right? This breakout here, that might be the first possible support. I'm talking about I'm sorry, yesterday high and the breakout level here. So that might be the first one. The second one might be here, but been tested over the course of the late New York, beginning of the Tokyo, right? And to be honest with you, we haven't switched to the bullish trend on the pound. So I do expect deeper pullback. If we are not going to get that deep, then I'm going to try to figure it out how to join the party to the upside, right? But I think we might see some lower levels still. Unless President Trump will tweet that he's about to replace Powell by Bullard, for example, right? That Powell is going to be replaced by Bullard. Then I'm pretty sure Bullard will back even 1% cut. So looks like the focus might be on pound. Euro is not a mover right now. Still, same as with pound. If I'm going to see the pullback towards the bottom of the channel from the daily, as well as Monday low, that might be the swing low creation, then I may try to take the advantage. But I would prefer, as of now, I would prefer to see the spike ahead of the Lagarde grilling towards 1060, maybe 1080, and trying to take the advantage of this broken swing lows, which were not tested after the breakdown, right? So rally back, sell, continuation to 1.8, bottom of the demand from weekly, and don't forget about the gap up we had post French election, and it hasn't been closed yet. So that could be the case as well. So actually, for the rest of the European session ahead of the New York Open, I'm going to focus on pound only, guys. It was my pleasure to be with you here. Don't forget, 3 p.m. CET, 2 p.m. London. We have another meeting, and we are going to cover Bank of Canada rate decision live, only here on Liteforex Global YouTube channel. You're more than welcome, guys, to join me. In regards to this morning, that's it. Waiting for this fill order, and yeah, I've been long euro dollar, right? But been out +1 because of the pullback. So yeah, I turned my stop loss into the stop profit, and market hit stop profit with +1. But that's the +1 was the commission fee, and so 0. And yeah, we were long nicely cable yesterday, right? And so that's quite okay what is going on right now. So guys, join me this afternoon again, 2 p.m. London, 3 p.m. CET. We are going to cover Bank of Canada rate decision live. Right here, right now, that's it from me. Don't be trapped. Take care, goodbye.